بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Again from رياض الصالحين Middle Schools, Mega Goal 1, Mr. Hamad Ahmed, Secondary Stage, First Grade, Unit 1, Big Changes. Please open your books, pages 6 and 7, and try to have a pen and write some important notes with me. Let us start. First of all, what can you see in this picture? Who can answer? Who can guess? Yes, good. It's the flag of Saudi Arabia. I think all the Saudi people or all the world can recognize the flag of Saudi Arabia from the sword and La ilaha illallah. Okay? Part 1, listening. Listen and understand. As you know, listening is a very important skill in English. You should listen well and understand and speak in English. Before discussing these questions, try to listen to the text first. Before playing the text, there are some information in this passage. Number 1 is about Saudi Arabia. The unification of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Try to underline any difficult words and try to understand the meaning of this passage. The unification of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Who established Saudi Arabia and when? Here, the United Arab Emirates, UAE. How many shillings are there in UAE? What's the currency of UAE? Let us listen.
The world is constantly going through changes. Look at some important events that have changed the world and affected the lives of many people in modern times. Modern Saudi Arabia. In 1902, he regained Riyadh, beat the city garrison, took the Masmak fortress, and established his headquarters.
Now you can know King Abdulaziz was a gifted leader and a dedicated warrior, and he established Saudi Arabia. Next.
In the city. He expanded Saudi Arabia to include all the Hijaz, Makkah, and Medina, and united all the tribes into one nation. On September 23rd,
the United Arab Emirates, UAE. The Federation of the United Arab Emirates, known as UAE, consists of 7 sheikdoms: Abu Dhabi, Ajman, Dubai, Fujairah.
Here you can get some information about UAE, the capital city, the national currency, and some information about UAE. It's a very modern country or state. Third one, the space race. There is a conflict between the Russians and the Americans to launch to the space. Let us listen.
Ras Al Khaimah, enormous oil reserves in Abu Dhabi in 1950. The oil revenues as well as income from other commercial. The space race. The Russians launched the world's first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, on October 4th, 1957. Next, Sputnik 2 went up into space on November 3rd. The Americans won the race to land on the moon more than 10 years later with Apollo 11 on July 20th, 1969. This is one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind, said astronaut Neil Armstrong, the first person to walk on the moon. Sultan Salman Abdulaziz Al Saud flew on STS-51G Discovery in June 19.
Who flew on 15 Discovery? Sultan Salman Abdul Aziz is a very important information. Next, the communication revolutions. The first communication satellite called Telestars. I think everyone can have a TV or radio or can use the internet. All these words refer to the communication revolution.
85. As the representative of the Arab satellite,
The communications revolution. The first communications satellite, called Telstar, was launched from Cape Canaveral on July 10, 1962. This marked the start of rapid transmission of TV signals over wide.
Part 1, listening. Listen and understand. After listening, you can answer these questions. Where is the Masmak fortress? Why was it important for King Abdulaziz to conquer it? What does UAE stand for? What was the space race? What countries were involved? These questions about the last text. Where is the Masmak fortress? Yes, can you answer? In the center of Riyadh. Why was it important for King Abdulaziz to conquer it? Yes, because what? Because it allowed him to establish his headquarters in Riyadh and to take more areas and to take the control of the areas. What does UAE stand for? United Arab Emirates. What was the space race? A race between the Americans and the Russians to see who could land on the moon. What countries were involved? The United States and the Russians or the Soviet Union? This is the answer about the last questions. Here, quick silent reading part 2. After listening, you should listen and read again the passage. But you can underline some difficult words, such as launch, establish, unification, dedicated, warrior, legendary, officially, social infrastructure, space race. Launch means, yes, send into space. Establish, set up. Unification, make one. Dedicated, warrior, soldier. Legendary, from legend. Officially, formally. Now try to answer this question. Quick silent reading part 2. Match A with B. To affect, to launch, to take for granted, to establish, to host. Who can answer? To affect, yes, to set up or to send or to produce, yes, good, to produce a change. To launch, yes, try to read, yes, good, to send into space. To take for granted, yes, good, to accept as part of life. To establish, yes, to start, set up. Host, to provide a place for. To affect, to produce a change. To launch, yes, good, to send into space. To take for granted, yes, to accept as part of life. To establish, to set up or start. To host, to provide a place for. Page 7. After reading, try to answer this question. Comprehension, answer, and put T or F, true or false. I'll give you the chance to answer this question. Number 1. Sputnik was the name of a Russian space ship. It's true or false? You can answer. Yes, good. It's true. Number 2. King Abdulaziz set up Saudi Arabia on the road of modernization. You can answer. Yes, good. It's true. Next. At present, the UAE has 10 member states. Good. It's false. 7 states for Sweden. The UAE dirham came into use in 1963. What about your answer? Yes, good. 1973. Then it's false. The last one, digital forms of information are something of the past. I think we couldn't have a mobile or internet in the past, but of the present. Then it's, yes, false. The UAE dirham, false. At present, false, because 7. Sputnik to King Abdulaziz 2. Thanks for listening. Inshallah, we will meet again.